Hey, good afternoon, oily freaks and friends. I am Tiffany Teal, your oily freak. I'm here today to make a batch of clean laundry detergent. So it's really simple, and I just wanted to put a little video together to show you how to do it and tell you what you need. Okay, so you're going to need about 4 bars of Kirk's Castile soap, and we're just going to go ahead and get started real quick, okay? You can either use a food processor to shred or grade your Castile soap, or if you want the easier process, just do like me, get you a big chopping knife, and be careful, don't cut your fingers off. As a matter of fact, I'm going to stand, and you're just going to take it and start grading it down into smaller pieces. You can see that it actually falls apart really well. So I'm just getting it small enough to put into my Ninja food processor slash blender. And I'm going to do 1 bar of Castile soap at a time, okay? We're going to take this bar, I've put it into my Ninja with about 1/4 cup of baking soda. And we're just going to blend that down till it's a great, fine, powdery substance, just like a baking soda would be, okay? You can hear once you can tell when it gets down to that substance. But as I look through and see, there's still some chunks in there, okay? So I'm just going to try blending it a few more seconds. Little pulsing action. Okay, let's check out this substance consistency and make sure it's what we want. Yes, absolutely. So I'm just going to add this into a big bowl here where I can mix it together with all the other products that we're going to use. All right, we're going to real quick do the next batch of soap with it. Again, 1/4 cup of baking soda, and what that does is it really just helps keep it dry. Oh, I forgot to put my blade in. Let's make sure we have room for the blade. There we go. Okay, get this out of the way. There we go. I started making my own detergent a few years ago, and I'll tell you why after we stop blending. I don't want to try to speak over this processor because it's loud. There we go, that looks good, nice and powdery. Okay, so I started making my own detergent because when I was pregnant, my skin became very sensitive. So I started, excuse me, this is strong. Even though it's clean, it's a strong product. I started having super sensitive skin during pregnancy, and so I started using the all free and clear. Great product, but if you look those products up, they're not as clean as you would expect them to be. So on my blog, tiffanyteal.com, which is where you're going to find this recipe, you will be able to link over to the ratings on these products, and you will find that every product I chose received an A+ rating, I believe, at least somewhere in the A range. That means that it's super clean and safe for your family and your body. Okay, so we wanted as clean as products as we could find, and I wanted one detergent that I could use on my clothes and my child's clothes. I didn't want to have 100 different bottles sitting on top of my washer and dryer. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add in 4 cups of baking soda. I've already used 1/2 cup, so we're going to add 3.5 more cups of baking soda. Two, 3, and about another 1/2 cup. There we go. Yeah, that's about right. Okay, The other thing I learned is you can't really have, I mean, you're not going to mess this up if you use a little bit more of one product than it calls for, or a little bit less of another. I'm actually just using one of these things to help break up the chunks, okay, and stir it just as well as I can possibly stir it between adding each product. There we go. Now I'm going to take my measuring cup and just use it as a spoon to just stir and blend these products together really well. You just want it to be blended as well as you can. And I don't believe that I've told you, we're making only 1/2 of a batch on camera right now because I've already put one batch together. I'm sorry, I already put half of my batch together. You'll see when we add this to my detergent jar that it's quite a deep jar, and it's just really hard to get stirred up if you make a whole batch at one time because it's a lot. Okay, it's just easier to sit down and make this much in one sitting than it is to split it up and make it more often. The next thing the recipe calls for is an entire 55-ounce box of washing soda. I've already used half of it, so I'm just going to put the other half in this batch. Now, when you're shopping for each one of these products, shop around and look for the best price. I actually used to buy this box for around $9 or $10 on Amazon, and I actually came across it at the Dollar General for under $4 recently. So that just reduced the price of my detergent by several dollars. You can see now that it was probably sitting on the shelf for a little while because it's quite chunky here in the bottom of the box, but that's okay. We are gonna get rid of these chunks by using this little device, or you could use a whisk. A whisk would do the same thing for you. This has just got a better grip. Okay, and as I break those chunks up, just like I would if I was baking, right? I just want to kind of sift, get rid of the chunks, and stir it together, all in one action. This product typically lasts me anywhere between 6 months and 11 months. It's about the second time I've made it. I'm sorry, it is the third time I've made a batch. And the first batch lasted me 11 months, but I was not doing as much laundry because my husband was doing most of his work laundry at our other house where he was working out of. And now that we're all under one roof, this batch only lasted me about 6 months. So it just depends on how much laundry you do. But it's very affordable when you put all the pricing together, which you'll find on my blog. And again, it's super clean. My skin is still pretty sensitive, even though I'm not pregnant, but it does great with this. The last ingredient that we're going to use is OxiClean for baby. If you use the regular OxiClean, it does not have an A rating, so you want to be aware that if you're looking for very clean products, you need to go with the baby version. And it just helps step up the I think the cleanliness of my laundry. The first time I made it, I did not add the OxiClean Baby into my batch. Again, I think it still did a great job, but this really helped me keep my laundry brighter and whiter, in my opinion. So, there you have it. That is pretty much all it takes to blend a half a batch at a time. And as you can see, I've already blended the other half, so we're going to add this in. I'm just trying to give it one last good stir, trying to get from the bottom to the top. Make sure it's all stirred in really well. I can always give it another stir from, okay, beep, 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 excuse me, and the armpits on camera. There we go. So, this jar here I got at TJ Maxx or Marshall's, I think for around $8. I love it. It's got a chalkboard front where I can label it. And I just used this little scoop from Kroger probably. It's just a measuring cup. It's a 1/4 a cup measuring cup or 4 tablespoons. Just lets me know how much I'm putting into my laundry. And my laundry, I only used one. Let's see. That must have come off my lid. I have to check that out. I got a little ring there. It only requires 1 tablespoon because this is such a clean product. There's no additives, no extra ingredients that you don't need. And I only use 1 tablespoon per batch of laundry. And I can promise you guys that my laundry comes out just as clean as the next person. It doesn't have a lot of scent to it like you would get from your Tide laundry detergent or anything like that, but I prefer a clean smelling laundry. And I mean, like, clean as in no scent. I don't like the scents that they put in the laundry detergent. The other thing to be aware of is that if you do like to have a scented laundry, you can always do that with a dryer ball and essential oils in your dryer, okay? Typically, it's going to take a lot of essential oil to scent this much product, so I don't add any to my detergent. I only add it to my dryer balls, okay? So there you have it, 1 full batch of laundry detergent that's very clean and safe, friendly for your kids and you alike. Thanks for joining me today on this little segment of how to make your own DIY laundry detergent. You can find this recipe at tiffanyteal.com. Thanks. Bye-bye.